Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogi Master here, along with the lovely Stevie B.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to Why the Fascination, WTF as we like to call it. Great to see everybody in chat. Find it. There it is. Hope everybody's doing well. Pops was the first one here tonight. Good to see you, Gary.
Big hug, Scary.
How are you, Sharon? What was I thinking? First show of July. Can't believe it's July.
Right.
We got 2 more days till 4th. I don't know if anybody's going out and celebrating or checking out the celebrations. Go check out your local fireworks show. They're calling somebody actually in the, you know how they have the Facebook local pages.
Yeah.
Well, somebody put in there that they're trying to persuade people to have the biggest or most epic hangout party or 4th of July party at the sandbar.
Oh, yeah?
Like 250 boats isn't enough that they want, or I don't know how many who's gotten there, but they're trying to set a record, or maybe just the sandbar is a place where these people hang out in their boats. They go and anchor and just party and drink and you know, they've gotten noise complaints. They passed ordinances recently, like we just put up signs in our marina, noise ordinances, because people just really don't give a shit about everybody else. It's just to promote something like that is a recipe for disaster. We see too much shit go on. Boating and alcohol don't mix, or driving, or But anyway, Mr. Lee, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. WTF, Mike? What's up, dude? Miss Piper.
Hey, Miss Sandra. Hope you're doing well. Livewire. Mark, how you doing, hon?
What's up, Mark? Great to see you. Hope everything's well in your life. Hope everybody's staying cool. That's the other thing I want to talk about is this heat. You know, Mr. Haywood sent me a video while I was flying over. No, so it looked like that.
Right.
He's out there working in 100-degree heat in North Carolina. You guys are most of the country's hotter than we are.
Yeah, last day or so.
You can have it. You can have it for a week. We get it all year. Well, most of it. What was that?
I said last day or so hasn't been terrible. I mean, it's hot as hell, but the humidity's not been as bad as it was before the
Yeah, no,
storm
our
on
highs
Tuesday.
for the next couple of days are like 91, 92. But that's average. But then you look up north and it's like, damn. So stay cool. What's up, Jim? Hi, Tina. I forget. Yeah, that fireworks are legal here. So you'll hear them off in the distance where I'm just like, what is that? It's only like one that goes off. So you're like, no, wait, no, that's base of a car.
Yeah. Right.
Who else is here? Nelson, good to see you. Northwoods, what's up? Yeah, basically, he says, Mokes, are you talking about the place in Michigan where crowds of people gathered during the Lake Yellow? So they all stand in there, partying, standing in the lake, and
That's correct.
see where they're standing.
Mr. Lee says, Montana's looking boss.
I was never fond of third-degree burns. Mike says, I think every state has a sandbar like that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So, a bunch of girls went out yesterday. They were from a school in New York. And there was 20 of them, went out on 2 boats. They were high school girls with chaperones. My friend had went with them. And when it came time, he brought them to the sandbar to swim. They all put on life jackets to get in the water.
Really?
Yeah. But when he said, no, you don't need that. It's only 4 or 5 feet. You can stand. Her face went like to horror. Like, what do you mean stand? We don't want to touch I don't want to touch the bottom. Can you bring us out something deeper to?
What?
Yeah, that right there, that floor is that it's pristine sand basically. Nothing grows in it because it's been walked on, churned on. It's just but it's like 4 feet of water.
The only place that isn't.
So they kind of all whatever it was 17/8 them in the water. They kind of got into a ring, where they were shoulder arm in arm, where they're in a circle, but they started drifting away.
Oh, jeez.
He's like, "Can you get you guys got to come back." They're like, "We got to get out already." No, you just got to get back near the boats. They weren't very familiar with
Oh, I'd
nature.
Imagine not.
Richie, what's up? Yes, USA 2, Bosnia, big old nut. Good job, fellas. USA. Gary Johnson, what's up? Hey, Chris.
Stop.
Sup? Northwood says the worst sunburn I got was 100 miles south of the equator. Was not when I was 100 miles south of the equator. It was when it was in Michigan, and my legs looked almost like a leather jacket. Talk about painful. Ugh. Wow. It's terrible. I mean, I've had sunburn, but not that bad. Like if I went outside without a shirt on for 2 hours, I'd be done. I'd be baked. Not even 2 hours. Probably taking 30 minutes to get too much sun. I mean, it looks tan until you get to the real. Tina says I would have been more afraid of the gators. Well, the person that took them out, kind of calmed their fears about certain things, like gators and fish, birds. Mr. Lee says he puts aloe vera on after too much sun.
Works a treat. Blind you with all my handsomeness. Telling you.
Okay, this is. I know this is not deja vu. This is. Mr. Lee said this the other night to Richie.
What?
He says, Richie, the USA playing well because they're all English players.
Yeah.
Didn't he say the same exact thing the other night?
Yeah.
I was tripping for a minute. I'm like, wait a minute.
Chris just said Gators are misunderstood.
Never had a conversation with one, so. Good luck with that, Richie. WTF Mike says, if I went outside without a shirt on, there'd be sightings of a second sun. I bet he just spontaneously combusts.
Right.
God willing, Mr. Lee. God willing. He said, USA might win the World Cup.
That would be cool.
Tina says, my skin seems to have some sort of memory. When I go in the sun, it just turns back to dark. It's weird. Some people don't burn. A lot of Mediterranean bloodlines, they don't burn. They just tan immediately.
I burn and then it turns tan quick. Miss Val, good to see you, hon.
One of my worst sunburns was when I was hauling hay and my brother decided to chuck a rock in the wasp. Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh. Imagine having sunburn and wasp stings. Ooh. Didn't hear about that one, Richie. Gator attack.
What?
About a week ago. This is one was the guy who got attacked, but it didn't kill him. Rainbow Springs on Route 41. Yeah, I walked down the dock. Like today, we were walking down the dock and saw a gator out there. Normally, you don't see their full body, but just the angle it was on, it was, it was in 6 feet of water, but its head was out. The back was, you could see it underwater because the water's pretty clear right now. And you can't help but walk by and go, I wonder if I could take him. He's like, he doesn't look that big. Never want to find out. Hell, those two little ones I took care of, they were strong.
Wasty.
And quick. Just like 1776, smoking some redcoats. I'm just smoking reds. Yeah, I haven't caught a single game of the World Cup. Just not a sports person. If they win, fantastic.
Has the U.S. ever won one?
I don't know. Has the USA ever won a World Cup? I want to say no, just from Mr. Lee's what he said a minute ago.
She wants to know what time's England playing.
Yeah, Tina, there are some big gators. Chris will tell you. He's in here somewhere. There's one we call, what do we call him? Willie? One-Eye Willie? From Goonies. He's a big one.
Lee said no. USA's never won one.
Okay.
But she says not yet.
Mr. The amount of British people I've heard say that you're taking seasoning home, you better prepare yourself, buddy. Flavor is coming. I would read the ingredients on those bottles you're taking home with your buddy, with people, Some of those ingredients might be banned in your country. But yeah, that's funny. I mean, seasonings I just heard about that today. The ranch dressing, heard that the other day. That's pretty funny.
Well, with the ranch, it gets me because they can make it themselves. They have all the ingredients.
They just never figured to put them together in that order.
I'm guessing.
Chessboard, how's it going? It's just 2 more days in the furnace here.
It's this hot now.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, what is
I
it?
don't know.
If it's this hot now, I can't imagine this time next month.
Northwood said, no, I mean, NAC said, we're so excited because our biggest plans for the 4th is to look out our door and watch the grass grow. There ain't really nothing going on around here. Nobody does fireworks around you? So we got 3 different towns doing fireworks. Think. Dora. They do them out on Harris here.
Two Aries. Right.
Yeah. Every year I'm like, oh, we should go hang out on the dock and watch the fireworks. But then it's like, wait a minute. We have them right here. So we end up watching them from here.
Well, I do. You're
Well,
always inside.
with the dog.
I know. I'm just saying.
I get out eventually. She calms down and then I get out and watch them. But she's doing pretty good. She did pretty good last year.
Well, in February was the last one. George Fest.
just be careful there, Richie.
What's he doing? Still, said capture
I don't even want
Bigfoot hoax documentary coming out in October. Well, they said April. That's passed.
No, I did. I think he said that again the other night too. I'm just having a hell of a lot of deja vu.
Michael Day is supposed to be playing later than the 4 o'clock moves. 8, I believe. He goes on.
Michael.
I don't know. I'm just.
No, it's that dude we were talking about. Ray,
yeah.
Michael Ray. Well, that would be cool. They'll probably have him play for an hour or something and then do the fireworks.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's Michael Ray. Yeah.
He's pretty good.
Well, I don't know. Some of you probably have heard of Michael Ray. He's a country singer. He's got some hits out there. He's from here in this town, Eustis. Some of his videos were filmed here. Zeus the pit bull went to the vet today. Don't know what's wrong with him. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Mr. Lee's right. He said, Richie, it could be the heat. So we watched this woman walk 2 dogs from the boat all the way the furthest point on the dock. She had to walk 2 dogs all the way to the parking lot. And
that dock is hot.
She could have picked them up. I know she was holding one of them at one point. But that's
cruel.
I'm standing on the dock and I'm watching them walk towards us and I'm watching these dogs and I'm like, fuck. So I grab the hose and I turn on the water and I start spraying down the dock and get it all cool and wet. And by the time the dogs got there, like she's trying to walk around it. I said, nope, that's for the dogs. She's like, oh. And so she kind of walked over and they walked on it and because I guess I oversprayed and she goes, she enjoyed it, but she was like, oh, how about, could you spray the dogs a little? I'm like, yeah, So they didn't dig it, but then we watched the dogs go down. The one dog would only walk on 3 legs. He couldn't put his 1 foot down because it was too hot. What are you gonna do? I couldn't say anything. Like, know what I wanted to say. Tina says Richie did a snake or spider bite him, maybe.
Sharon guy, good to see you. Glad you made it home. He said some people are so dumb with their dogs. No common sense. If the ground is too hot for you, it's too hot for your dogs too.
True story. Chris was there. We talked about it. I mean, we talked about it before it happened. That's why I was standing there with the hose. Because I saw her put the dog down and I'm like, crap.
Yeah, but that's only one little section. That's a long walk.
Mm-hmm. But at that point, I think any relief they would have been like, thank you. You know what? Here, forgot about that. Link is in chat. If anybody wants to click on that link, come hang out. Yeah, I got to figure out. We got a lot of weeds this year, like more than last year. Like
Can't fish out there really.
yeah. I mean, so I could get like weed killer that you sprinkle out in the water, but I don't want to kill everything. And I don't think that stuff is very discreet, you know? It doesn't just select which weeds it kills, I don't think.
Depends on where you spray.
No, it's pellets, and you throw them in, and they sink, and they sit on the bottom and do their thing. Otherwise, I got to get into the lake, and start pulling shit. Chris says, if I'm wearing shoes, then the dock is too hot. True story. I'll bounce around all day with bare feet, but once that dock heats up, because that's what I do for myself. Is I spray down the dock when I put my bare feet. It gets too hot, but you don't want to keep doing that all day.
You know, there's that cooling it off unless it rains.
Yeah, no, we don't need those zebra mussels. Thanks, though.
What is it?
Zebra mussels? They're mussels that are freshwater. They're invasive. And apparently, they choke off the local foliage, vegetation, whatever. I'm just scrolling. Oh, there. So what's up, Danny? They didn't actually kick their ass on that day. They just signed a piece of paper. And, well, it's more than just sign a piece of paper, but I'm saying it wasn't. Never mind. bunch of folks got together in Philadelphia and put their heads together and their signatures and came up with a good thing. It's a book out there now. And basically, it was telling England, go scratch your ass. Well, I hope everything works out with your dog, Rich. That's sad. So the muscles just choke off everything, starve the water of oxygen, and everything dies. But the water's clear.
Oh.
Well, they're great little filtration systems. You know, they're little bivalves that just bring the water and blow it back out. They filter it. Boston Tea Party. Where's Jay? I think he was there. I thought he mentioned something about that. Chris, what's not true? What did I? Oh no, you're gonna. I'm just reading what I'm told, dude. Go tell Chris. Tell Mike it's not true. I guess he's talking about the muscles. Well, click the link and come tell us about it. Fuck's sake. That's why I hate typing. That's fine. David says, tell Trump he needs some in his reflecting pool. He'll keep it clear. I saw the comment. I was like, wait, what is that referring to? Mr. Lee, any pool or anything is going to turn green if you don't treat it. You know, Richie knows. His pool was green before I treated it, and I got that thing spotless. But it was green. Mr. Lee, that is the most insane thing over there that they will ban people from, and they will confiscate them having air conditionings.
Oh, I know.
They think it has to do with climate change.
Yeah, but the other night he said
You're not releasing anything into the atmosphere. It's a contained system. You're just removing heat from a room. That's it. Granted, it blows back a little cooler. What did you say?
Yeah, but he said the Pakistani store down the street has AC. Corner store.
Oh, I bet. I don't think they're banning it in commercial places, just in residential. It's crazy. No, yeah, I mean, granted, it uses a coolant, but like I said, it's a sealed system, so they're safe. But you know it is. Haters gonna hate.
Don't control.
Darren says the royal family probably has air conditioning. I bet they do.
Sure.
I bet they do.
Still, says Mogs, all fans have sold out. I bought mine years ago. Can I buy aircon for house in England?
Yeah, that's crazy. I'll ship you one over, but just got to get that different plug system going on.
Put it in the back of the house so I don't see it from the street.
Just rent from inside the house with a vent and
Yeah.
a bucket underneath it.
Get them a portable one.
Daniel Lundy, what's up? Good to see you. It's been a while.
How you doing, Daniel?
Roger says, I'm here now. My cousin called me from Florida. She talked for over half an hour about nothing. Those are some of the best conversations, dude. Catch up about nothing.
Jim
Good to hear
says,
from you, though.
Jim says there's been over 1,000 killed by the heat in France this year.
Oh, yeah. It happens every year. Every time they get a major heat wave, people are dying.
So most of the people were over 65 years old. Yeah, Karen, she says we have a portable one. We just take it room to room.
Correct, Tina. You're not allowed that.
Mr. Lee says you can't buy any units for home anywhere.
But there's a black market for them.
Ship you one from the U.S.
No, it would get confiscated. Some bureaucrat would have it in his office. They don't. Northwoods. They don't even have those. They don't allow air conditionings in homes because they think it's affecting climate change. I mean, yeah, they blow out hot air, but it's not toxic hot air. Tina's like, what about an HVAC system for your? Can't have any of it. No AC. It's a barbaric to us anyway. I mean, I've grown up with AC when I was a child, so almost 60 years ago, we had an AC in the winter. That's an idea. Swamp cooler or an EVAP cooler, which was ironically invented by the Arabs, just like the Arabs. They would put carpets, they'd wet carpets, soak them, and put them in the doorway of their tents. They'd hang them so the wind would pass through them. And when the wind passed through them, the water would cool the air and it would cool the air in the tent. Same principle. Yeah, Karen says I grew up with it too.
Me too.
Sharon says happy fourth, everyone. 250 USA. Right on. Yeah, swamp cooler is good as long as the outside air there's very low humidity.
Never worked in Florida.
No, it's mainly in the Southwest, Texas. Any arid region. That's where they work best. Even in Arizona, you get the monsoon seasons come through, and it would get humid, and they were basically useless. So then you would turn on the air conditioning. Karen says we are doing the doom and gloom thing up here. I think it's supposed to be 70s when the U.S. plays here Monday. Oh, they're playing in Seattle, aren't they? Is that where they're playing, I believe? Could be wrong. I'm not sure. last year was brutal, Rich. I mean, those 90s started in March and didn't stop.
We still work. It's 100 degrees. It's chilling my own ass.
Mr. Haywood. It was funny because for as soon as I saw it, I thought he was in a helicopter or a plane. It's like, what the hell? And then he said it, and I was like, no, he's probably in like a shed or trailer or something.
Oh, you're riding over.
Karen says, yes, in Arizona, everybody pretty much had both air and swamp. Yes, they're plenty in Seattle. We live 10 miles by ferry away from them. Oh, awesome. WTF Mike asks, what place had the Satan storm? The night storm supposedly made temps rise to 146 through the night. Excuse me. I don't recall it.
Okay. Heard it was.
No. But it was probably somebody somewhere in the Middle East. Because they get the hottest temperatures. I mean, we get like Death Valley gets hot, but I think the Middle East gets a little hotter.
Feels that hot. So,
What else? Roger says it got up to 98 here today. It's 80 now and still humid outside. That's what's been brutal is the humidity. Our air conditioner blows out clouds.
right?
Huh?
I said right.
No, you can see the air conditioning coming out. It's bizarre. With the humidity, it's almost acting like a dehumidifier. It's taking all that air, that moisture out of the air. Sorry, dude, didn't mean to leave you sitting back there.
Oh,
Wake up, bud.
Yeah.
you're like, click the link and tell us about it, and I did, and that was like a half hour ago.
I didn't even see you, man.
I forgot what you were trying to tell us about.
I know,
Um,
you guys are
The
like,
zebra muscles, I think.
I know.
you guys are like 20 topics past. Nobody cares anymore.
What'd you say? We're 20 subjects removed.
No, but I will go back to you were talking about the reflecting pool. Did you see the interview with the algae guy? And she tried to catch him and saying about how he ruined the thing. And the guy was like, no, this happens like all the time. But nobody's ever talked about it before now. Like that thing turns green like every year at some point, and they have to treat it.
Oh yeah. But you need chemicals to. I mean, it's a filtered system. They have filters. You got to throw some chlorine in there and just tell them don't go swimming.
Yeah, the point is they never made a big deal about it before.
Oh no.
Nobody ever talked about it, but now it's
all Trump's fault.
a big deal.
Folks, we're going to talk tonight about PDS.
So if we
It's
I
just
want to
amazing.
know. I want to
how-
know what Lee's voice sounds like, for crying out loud. It's driving me crazy.
You gotta go back to show that he was on one.
How would you? Oh. He's got a unique voice.
I try to read the comments like I think people sound.
Well, you should know how Jim sounds, and
I do. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Richie's been on. Richie says his voice is soft.
See, one of them. There's like different Brits. Like there's the wankers what talks like this, and then there's like the proper English kind. Is that accurately?
Is there another one?
Their third choice.
There's a third option.
I think they're the northern ones. I asked somebody one time about it, but they got different, just like we do. Like there's the Louisiana style and the Appalachia style.
He says, Chris, I am Cockney boy.
I don't know what that means.
Cockney. WTF says cock is right. What?
No, that doc was it was stupid hot today. Like different, next level.
Yeah, that was brutal.
And you decide someone to go change a prop in the middle of it instead of doing it in the morning when it's 80.
I told you didn't have to help me, and I do appreciate your help.
It was so hot. I kept grabbing the pliers and fucking, it was so
Dropping them because they were so fucking hot. You couldn't sit. I had to sit on a cushion, and I had my legs crossed like Indian style, and my ankles are hitting the metal. Everything. I probably have burns on them, but it solved the problem.
It made the boat better.
Yeah, we're having an issue with the boat where it's a pontoon, brand new, 115 horsepower, Yamaha, high output, SHO, whatever it is, and it would get to, you could give us a throttle and it would take off, and you get to around 4,500 RPMs, and all of a sudden the needle would just shoot forward to 6,000. The engine would rev up and get noisy, but it wouldn't go any faster. Problem was that the prop was at its max. It couldn't put out any, no matter how fast it spun, it wasn't going to make it any faster. So figured, let me try this, and I took the prop off and I put a 3-blade prop. This was a 4-blade prop it had on. So I put a 3-blade prop on. Chris and I did. And we tried it, and it worked great. It didn't rev up. It maxed out at 5,000 RPMs. We got it up to about 22 miles per hour. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a pontoon boat. But yeah. Karen says, I was told I have an accent. I think those people that tell me that needs hearing aids. I grew up in Wyoming and Colorado. There's no accent, LOL. It was purple in California. Wait, what? It's purple in California. That said that. That said that. You lost me, Karen. I trust you don't have an accent.
They're talking about food. Freaking, they're not telling you the part that I guarantee you their stomachs are tore up. Like their bodies are not used to what we got in all of our food and all that. Like, and they're all pigging out on stuff. But they're not telling you about the aftermath.
No, they're not. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not ready for what's in our food. That's why I
3
said they better.
days later.
Yeah, no doubt.
3 hours later.
But I did go. So I went to that. There's that British pub restaurant right here in Dora, the Magical Meat Boutique, and I was like, I even talked about it for many times with you, and I finally went to it, and I was so stoked, and I got all different kind of stuff, the fish and chips and the bangers and mash and this, that, and the other, and it was freaking shit. It was awful. I was so sad.
So it was authentic.
Yes, what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. It was like the fish was just dripping with grease, like falling apart. Like there was no flavor to any of it. And I'd never been more devastated. I was so stoked to go to this place. Spent like $120, bro, and it was all shit.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I wonder how it takes this taste to like someone from England or wherever that, if they walked in and it tastes just like home. It's like, ooh.
Well,
Yeah.
I think our taste buds are just freaking
Fucked.
roached. Yeah, like we eat so much fucking extremely flavored stuff that if it's not that way, then it tasteless to us, So they don't pack their food full of all the crazy amount of salt and pepper and all this stuff. They get the natural flavor of the beef or whatever
Sure.
it is. So our taste buds are just so accustomed to that punch in the mouth, flavor that we have to have it or it don't taste good to us.
Jim says one Brit says he had pizza in New York and now he can't hardly eat pizza in the UK. Yeah, Karen says we are used to flavor.
The best piece of like fish and chips I've ever had was actually at the Ford's Garage restaurant. There's 2 of them. There's one over here in Sanford, Sanford or Heathrow, and then there's another one down south that I went to. I went to both of them, but the fish and chips the food was amazing, absolutely amazing.
Mr. Lee says when I was in Florida, I went to an English pub in Orlando. It was rubbish, and they couldn't pull a pint either, or neither.
Yeah, Lee, is it true that over there, if you ask for a beer, it takes them like 5 minutes to pour it? Is that accurate? I heard that somewhere.
Remember with some of like the Guinness and stuff, didn't they use like a spoon? They'd run it over a spoon so it wouldn't cut down on the aeration or something.
Yeah, they like pour it and then they wait and then they pour it again and then they wait. Like if you get a beer like you do here with the fucking inch of foam on top,
Yeah. No, they look at beer differently there. Tina said, "Oh no, sending prayers out to Judy. I hate that she is sick." I got a picture from her, and that's the last I heard from her. Sharon says, "Everyone, keep Judy in your thoughts and prayers. She's sick." Thanks. Absolutely, we will definitely pray for Judy. I love Judy. She's fun. She's funny. Chris, pouring beer is an art. Guinness takes longer to pour.
Roger. I'm good with a little foam. Just give me my shit. Hurry up about it.
She sent out an invitation to Mr. Lee. So we'll make you some gator and brisket. He's like, I'm down.
Tina said I'm used to seasoned food. Dude, you name it, I've ate it. Like I told you, I'm third generation butcher. Growing up, like every kind of wurst and sausage and that knockwurst and you name it, we ate it. Everything, everything. Tongue, heart, pickled heart is amazing. If you've ever had that, but it's a texture, just a pickle and a texture. You don't know that it's heart.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big internal organ fan. Like liver, no thanks.
Yeah, but it's one of the most
Nutritious, yeah.
most pound for pound, packs the biggest punch of what your body needs. I love a nice thin strip of liver, just tossed in some seasoned flour.
I'll eat liver.
Put the liver in the pan, get a crisp on it. Man, it's so good.
Just can't do liver.
Little A1 never hurt though.
All right, hang on a second. See, liverwurst. I'll eat liverwurst, but not liver.
It's all good if you don't.
Mr. Lee says it's America. It's American week in Aldi's this week. I've never seen so many sauces and pickles on the shelves. Hey, Mr. Lee, right below you, WTF Mike, his family is Aldi.
I can say it's his fault.
So, yeah. Any complaints, go to him. It's like, I got nothing to do with that shit.
Right?
Mr. Lee says, Jim, I did buy some burgers and pickles today.
I will say our pickle variety is on point. Dude, it's like half of an aisle at the supermarket is pickles now. Spicy pickles and this kind of pickles.
I remember when I was a kid, we used to go to this deli. It was only when I went up to visit my dad, and it's actually the town that I ended up graduating high school from, but they had this deli in town that had those really big barrel, the big barrel with
big barrels, yeah.
Yeah, with the big pickles. Those were like the best pickles ever.
Yeah, man.
Basically, it was just a big old cucumber that it was huge. I haven't had one of those in forever. You'll see all different types of soda pops. And Kentucky has my favorite, 1L81. Heard of it. I don't think I've ever had fried chicken livers. I got turned off the liver once, and anything that had liver in its name, I will not touch, except liverwurst.
I've never been a fan of the chicken livers myself either, but
Gizzards.
regular liver and all that shit's good, man.
Jim said liver and onions are great. Richie said Jim, we can't be friends anymore.
And I think about that shit all the time, like the different perspective based on where you come from and what your childhood was like. Like to me, that's just the way life was. Like there was no, oh, that's gross, I'm not gonna eat that. Like what? You just ate
Yeah.
whatever the hell was put in front of you, and then you liked it, and it was good, and you just get accustomed to that. And to where other, everybody wants to eat a hamburger. Nobody wants to know where that hamburger came from, though.
Yeah, I don't want to know the cow's name.
No doubt. Yep.
Mr. Lee says, I cannot eat liver, Jim. That's for geriatric peeps.
Anything is good if it's cooked or prepared properly. It really is. A lot of people that don't like deer and things like that, it's because somewhere along the lines somebody pawned off some of their deer meat. Here, you want to take some meat home, and it's not like normal meat, and it probably wasn't cared for properly in the process, and it was gross. Well, they now think that that's what deer tastes like.
No.
Deer's
good. I like elk better, but deer's good.
Never had elk.
And the right deer, you shoot a big rutting buck, early bow season that's all raged out, late bow season that's all raged out. That meat tastes like it's tainted. It's raging full of testosterone, as opposed to shooting a nice doe that the meat is super clean. It's a completely different experience.
But it's also what they eat during the year. Some are acorns, some are corn, some are grasses. It depends what they eat.
Oh yeah, you try to find yourself a cornfield if you can.
Yeah,
that's where the good ones come from. Up there, Ohio's corn and soybeans, as far as you can see, and they rotate them every other year, and that's the way it was in Wisconsin. We huge deer. We used to get so many in the back as a kid that were 180, 200 pounds. That was the normal, because they were just had plenty of food, all they wanted.
Yeah, that's a big deer. Karen says, I don't drink sodas. It's pretty much unsweetened tea, black coffee, and water. I only drink Orange Crush when the Broncos play. Right on. Karen says, Mom made really good liver and onions. I used to work at a country club, and they would make a dinner for the employees. It was called a family meal. And one day they made liver and onions, and I was like, oh, dude, I can't. I told the chef, no offense, I bet it's on point, but I can't do liver. I just can't. He's like, you're a pussy. And he goes in and he pulls out this big roast and slices off this huge prime rib. I was like, it's better than liver. That was awesome.
And somebody at Chessboard was just talking about Wagyu. Like, that's bullshit. All right. So the real actual Wagyu, they can only make so many head of cattle. There's not enough of it. The Wagyu that we're being told is Japanese Wagyu is not like the real stuff. It's like second, like a knockoff. It's close, but it's not the same thing. But they charge an exorbitant amount of money. And I don't know if you've ever tried it, but I think it's terrible. Like, I want to have some meat. That's just all fat.
Oh, it's a fatty.
I think it's just a scam to charge you an exorbitant amount of money for a shitty cut of beef, in my opinion. I had one. My ex-brother-in-law was the chef, down in Orlando, and he brought home like what was supposed to be real deal. The little chunk of meat he had was like $200, and he did his thing with it, and we all got like 2 little pieces of it, and I wasn't impressed. I would give me my ribeye. You know what I'm saying? Any day. any day. It was I didn't think it was good. Same with organic. Everything's organic, but they put a label on it now to fool everybody and charge double the price.
Mr. Lee says my butcher always gives me a good deal. His venison sausage are boss. One thing that was cool in Wisconsin is like the local IGA market. They were big into making sausages and summer sausage and just they'd have this whole section of sausage. It was freaking awesome.
Sausage fest.
It was a sausage fest. Literally. Quarter house or New York strip steak, medium rare, says Richie. What did I get? A T-bone the other day? No, what was that?
There's a T-bone.
Was it T-bone? Father's Day?
Oh, is that what you got at the Ironworks?
Yeah.
I got the fillet. The fillet. Mignon. Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Do you eat blood sausage?
Negative.
Is that a common thing in over there?
I don't know.
No, not blood sausage. Blood pudding.
It's Lee?
What do they call it? Blood pudding or something?
Well, there's blood pudding and there's blood sausage.
Right.
One of them's supposed to be like it's rumored they all eat it over there a lot. I don't think I would even want that.
It's like real wasabi. You eat tiny amounts and don't overindulge. So Mike said 5,000. Is there a decimal point in there? Is that $5,000 or $50? For 5 sliced pieces of real Wagyu, and yes, it's very rich. Americans eat it like regular steak when it's meant to be consumed in tiny amounts. It's like real wasabi.
Oh,
It's almost impossible to get real wasabi.
Pudding, not blood pudding.
What pudding?
He said it's black pudding, not blood pudding.
Black pudding.
Black pudding. Yeah. I don't even know what that is.
Somebody makes a blood pudding, I'm sure.
But a real blood sausage is fucking gross. It's just coagulated blood in a casing.
Haggis. It's supposed to be another gnarly one. Isn't that a Scottish dish? Mr. Lee says black pudding. I love it. I eat it raw too. Yeah,
Here's a good one. We'll see what people like to eat. Anybody here know what scrapple is? Real scrapple?
My grandpa used to make scrapple.
Because I've had the best scrapple you ever seen in your life. I guarantee it.
Fried.
Oh my God, it was the best thing.
That and tripe.
I'm good on the tripe.
No, thank you.
No, I've had tripe. My dad made it in
No,
a
thank
soup
you.
or something. It was fucking awesome.
My grandpa made scrapple and fried up for breakfast.
Yep. Oh my God, it was the most amazing thing. You could tell. You just felt that deep, like you ate something. Your body was like ready to rock and roll for the day.
Jim says scrapple is mostly in PA and Western New Jersey.
That'd be me. So my grandparents and all that are from Western PA, Clearfield County area. And then my parents ended up in Jersey because there's no fucking jobs in Central PA unless you want to go work in the coal mine and drive a truck.
Good to see you, Jamie.
And then from Jersey out to Ohio in the 80s.
Mr. Haywood. See, the plane has landed. Right on.
Right?
He's probably like, what? Pork scratchings. Wonder if that's like cracklings.
Yeah.
Jim says that's where I had it. My family was from PA, living in New Jersey. So is it what's the word? Pork roll?
It's fucking
Taylor.
pork roll. It's
Or
fucking
Taylor ham?
pork roll. Pork roll. Anybody else is lunatic.
Well, Taylor is the name of the company that makes it.
It's Taylor Ham, and they make pork roll. They also make other products that say Taylor Ham on them as well.
Oh, really?
It is a pork roll. That is what you're eating. You're not eating a Taylor Ham.
I'm just trying to remember when we were kids, we'd go to this Greek diner and they would give you that option of having that on your sandwich as far as like an egg sandwich. And I'm trying to remember if it was, we call it Taylor ham and egg. Taylor ham, egg, and cheese. We called it Taylor ham. That's what we called it.
Well, that guy needs to be
We
corrected.
called it pork roll a lot. Huh?
That guy needs to be corrected. No, that's a huge thing out in Jersey. Like, there's this whole fucking 50-50. Everybody, oh, it's pork roll. Yeah, it's not Taylor Ham. And there's this whole thing about it. But it's freaking amazing. Slice it up, try it with an egg. Oh.
Tina said, I just watched the new Dracula. It was pretty good. How many times can you remake the same, Dracula?
Yeah, right.
Where did you see it, Tina? Fly by Stu, what's happening?
How expensive? Just where it says it's expensive now.
It's been a while since I had it. I know it used to come in a little white package.
I know we bought some last time I was in Jersey, which would have been 2013 for my mom's funeral. That was the last time I've been to Jersey. So, and I know we picked up like 2 or 3 of them to bring home.
Yeah. It's funny how it always ends up talking about food.
At some point. Can't talk about fishing.
No, fishing has sucked.
Fuck fishing, bro.
We see fish out there, but they're not something we want to catch.
I don't
We
fish.
see
I
gar,
don't fish. I just take my fishing rod for a field trip.
right? Just practicing casting.
Yeah, right.
Chessboard said pork roll is like $10 for a small package. Tina says pickled pig feet are pretty good. No, I've never had to try that.
No, they're not.
In your opinion, a lot of people have different.
Yeah, I don't know. Just
Taste
entirely too gelatinous.
Yeah, I heard that about that.
Yeah, no.
Joe Parker, what's happening?
It might taste good, but that is a texture issue.
Joe Parker says, Dear Muggs and Stevie, Michael is being worked to death. You believe that? I didn't see him sweating in the video, did you?
No, he looked cozy.
No, he looks pretty comfy. You might be onto something, Joe.
He's got time to make videos. So
Really?
He can't be that busy.
Can't even hook up a trailer right. Oh, no, that wasn't your fault, Michael. I'm sorry. Did you get that video too?
No.
He's with somebody, and they must have had a trailer hooked up, and whoever unhooked it, the trailer just took off without him.
Oh no.
It was like a dump trailer or something, and it just rolled back like 50 yards away from the truck
Oh,
to the
wow.
tree line. Damn right, Mr. Haywood says. I think it's a joke. Probably the heat is killing him. Carrot, green onions, Booker T, and the Mo and MGs. What was that?
The fourth language,
Fucking, they're talking in code.
right?
They're talking in code. Links in chat, guys. We got about 45 minutes left. We got plenty of room. Chessboard says, Michael Haywood, you're supposed to whack your chicken, not choke it. Jeff says Michael's flying first class to mow grass. I hope that wasn't first class. I'd hate to see what plane he was flying in. Oh, so Tina rented it last night, the Dracula movie. Got to follow this conversation now.
What's this?
Oh, when Mr. Lee tells Flyby Stu to stick to the bags. I know he's talking cigarettes, but why?
Hey, Wendell.
What's up, Wendell? Anyway. Anybody else pop in? Oh, okay. They were talking about vapes versus cigs. Yeah, don't use vapes. They're terrible. Is that they call popcorn lung? That was caused by vapes, I believe.
Dude,
Sure.
these kids are addicted to those worse than I ever was to cigarettes, man. Like they can't go like fucking 5 minutes without fucking sucking on that thing. It's crazy to see it.
Yeah, and I don't get the whole, blowing out that huge cloud. Like, how much do you need? Really? I take a little hit off a vape and I'm like,
It was loud.
Well, it was with the phone.
Your notification.
You already sent me that video, Miss Michael. I even played it here. I just didn't show it. I should show it. Can I show it? I played it, but I didn't show it. Marty, how you doing? Says the heat wave in Kentucky is bad. If you put flour on our underwear, we would have perfectly Risen Dylan under 20 minutes. Ugh. Ugh.
It's out here to cut the damn governor of North Carolina's grass. Y'all didn't know that it's in a plane, but we're still working. It's 100 degrees. It's killing my old ass.
You're not that old.
Really not, is it?
Michael?
No.
I'm just thrilled he's
That worked.
that he's back, you know?
Yeah.
Michael was hurting for a long time, and
This time a couple years ago,
yeah, he was hurting.
he was cooked.
Joe's like, I can't believe that. Don't.
Right.
Chessboard says, Michael, those fishing critters I sent you were not gummy critters. Good chewing rubber band. Ugh. Wendell says, Haywood, when are you coming back to Alabama?
I can hear him say, I don't know.
Muddy says, I don't have balls, but I swear I got sweat dripping off them. It was 104 here today, and our AC doesn't work right. Ugh. Ugh. No, I feel you. I got all sweaty today, and I'm feeling it. Mike Kirkpatrick, what's happening? He says, you're not living if you're not getting killed somehow.
Yeah.
True story. Wendell says, Muggs, that's not a rubber band Haywood is chewing on. Michael says, I'll get Pat to tear you a new one. He says, you don't believe shit, Mr. Parker. You still with us, Chris?
Yeah, man.
Just checking.
Chilling.
People fall asleep here, dude. Every once in a while, I gotta just poke them, and still with us.
No, I'm just thoroughly cooked and chilling in my air conditioning, Lee.
Yo, Parker says, Haywood, you got deer lease money now? That's the thing up there, man. You need a lease property because a lot of the public lands is overrun by other hunters that really shouldn't be hunting there, but it's another story. He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Buddy says, I'm about to be on the news if this weather doesn't correct itself. Butt ass naked with an air conditioner strapped to my head.
Shit, man, we ain't even halfway yet.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, we're not halfway. They're usually
Yeah,
by
it's just-
usually by September they're catching a break, but
Yeah, it's just another one of those heat waves that always happens every summer. They don't last that long, so for the rest of the country, we just deal with this shit all the time. I was disappointed it didn't rain today.
Yeah, same. I was looking forward to it. That one from yesterday was gnarly, dude. It was like a nonstop lightning thunder for like 45 minutes, hour. It was just rumbling the windows. That was a good one.
See, that's what a lot of people don't get. Like every day now during the summer is we get these storms that roll through. You get the East Coast and the West Coast. The winds kind of meet somewhere, and that's where you get these pop-up storms from up and down the coasts, and they can put out some wicked storms.
It's one of my most favorite things ever. Is a good thunderstorm, especially when it's hot like that.
Marty, they mocked me for having a 7-ton AC for a 1,400 square foot home. Who's laughing now? 7 tons in a 1,400 square foot. 1,400 square foot home is not AC. That's a walk-in cooler. 7 tons is huge for something that size. It's like 3 times what you really need. But enjoy it. You could hang deer in your closet, for God's sakes. It's that cold. Tina says, I wish it would rain. I didn't water the garden tonight. Rained a little bit, Karen. Mike says, I'm 20+% of the country's age, and I don't know shit. Still don't know shit. God bless America.
America, fuck yeah. That's my America, fuck yeah flag in the picture. That's on my houseboat. I think about that shit all the time, dude. Like, I got nothing to bitch about, even when there's bugs or whatever the problem is. Like that's my office. That's what I get to go fuck around and do all day long.
Mr. Lee, I'm not, but they are doing fireworks right outside. You know what I mean? Yes, there are fireworks here. I'm sure Stevie and I will film them and never show anybody. But we'll have it on film. Who knows? Maybe we'll go live. I'll just set up a camera and let it go. Yeah, you know, it's stupid little things, Chris, like that, fixing that, changing that prop and having it do what it's supposed to do, you know, where we didn't have to go, well, we tried, let's put it back.
That would have sucked.
Yeah, it would have.
I would have had to leave. Sorry, you gotta go. Good luck to you.
So now I'm wondering that the one prop that I tried to put on that was too big, what is that for? Is that for like
that ain't for nothing.
200 or
oh, yeah, that's a big prop. That's not for anything you got.
no?
Not even that Honda. No, that I don't know where that came from, but
The mechanic dropped it off. He probably just grabbed it off the shelf.
yep.
On the 11th, I'm going to York for the horse races. I can't wait. Big bets I'm winning. Well, good luck, Mr. Lee. But we'll see you before then. Again, link is in chat. Got about 30 minutes left. Does knifing a prop actually make a difference? What do you mean, sharpening the blades? I don't know what you mean by knifing a prop. That's the only thing that pops in my head.
If that's what he means by it, then the answer is no.
No.
Although if you sharpen the edge, it might chop through some weeds.
Yeah, no, actually, I saw something that was attached to a motor one time that the purpose of it was to cut through weeds and ropes or anything else that got caught on there. It would just, you push the button and it would just come through and slice it off.
Nice. No, those props are designed specifically for each motor and size and type of vessel, and the smallest little difference, if one is slightly got a slight little ting to it, just tweaked a little bit, or there's a little chunk missing out, you throw the hub, yeah, you throw the balance out, and it will fuck shit up. It won't have the right thrust. They're pretty tuned to what they're supposed to be. They shouldn't have. You shouldn't.
This one's for you, dude. Muddy says, I need some good recommendations on knife sharpener. Chris.
Without being there to show you, but the key is to make sure that one angle is the same as the other angle. Most people will sharpen one side a certain way, and when they go to do the other side, the angle of their hand is not the same, and you actually will probably make it worse if you're not at the exact same angle.
And what's that angle? 20 degrees?
Well, it varies depending on what you're doing, but like I generally go with, I don't know, I just go by feel. Like you can kind of feel when the edge is grabbing, or if your angle is too shallow and it's kind of running up on where the edge stops and the rest of the knife begins. So like it'll make a different feel and a different sound. And I just go by the feel.
But what kind of sharpener are you using? Stone?
Well, if you're doing a stone, that's a little different. You have a little better control.
I use those V sharpeners that you just run the knife through the.
Yeah, no, never.
I don't know.
Those things do work great. If they will put absolutely a great edge on the knife. No argument there. But I have a good old steel that was like my grandfather's, and but any good kitchen steel will work just fine.
See, I always thought the steel was to finish it off, not sharpen it.
Yes, essentially a touch up. The majority of the people, unless you're in a butcher shop, you're not cutting that much. So the steel is you cut a little bit, and then it's just kind of like to touch it up back to what it was. You're not actually like grinding a new edge in, which you should really never need to necessarily do. A stone you would be more for, my dad used to have a set. He had the coarse one and a finish one, and he would just kind of massage it across the stone on one side and then the other, making sure that he used to use like his thumb and this, like he would hold it in a certain spot, and they would give him the same angle on both sides. So there's that, but generally for your kitchen use, even if your knife is completely wasted, if you've been cutting on metal or whatever, like a steel will bring it back to usable standards. But again, it's got to be the right angle, because if it's not, you're either going to make it worse and round the edge off, or you're not going to be touching the edge. You're kind of too high up. So that's hard to put into words, I guess. I go by feel. I don't have to look at it.
No, Mr. Lee. That's not.
Yeah, my dad was the best Like the knives that I grew up with were dangerous. Like they were always, everything was always sharp. And I started, no exaggeration, I was 5 years old, and he took me into the cutting cooler and he stood me on a milk crate and he was giving me like stuff they wanted cut up for stew meat. Here, take this chunk of meat and cut it into little squares. I was 5 years old with the sharpest knives you ever seen in your life in my hands. Dude, I have no idea how I still have all my fingers.
So, you know, they don't do it with knives, but with like, say, like a straight edge, a barber, they would use a leather strap. But what the leather strap did was it didn't sharpen it.
It
It
stood the
polished.
phalanges. It stands the little phalanges back up. So the tip of a knife, you can't see it, but if it was a microscope, it's like little serrated edges. And
Yeah,
what the
polished.
leather does, that leather really hones them even tighter into a nice tight little cone. It's like the leather is your finish type thing.
I know that it helps the edge last longer too. You don't see that in knives at all.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, for just kitchen knives and things like that, like I'll when I get it, I'll pull it out. I'll pull out the steel. I'll give it a quick little touch up, and then I'll go cut whatever I'm cutting. And then the next time, I might not have to do it for a time or two, but if I go to like cut something and it's just not going through it, I'll just grab the steel, hit it a couple times, because most people are not cutting so much that they need to do it, you know, and get their knives taken somewhere and resharpened and things like that. You're just not cutting that much.
I used when I was younger, I did a little bit of work at a fish market, and he would sharpen all his knives on a belt sander.
Yeah, my dad had one of those. When it was like I said, if you had a chip or you were cut on metal or it was really, really rolled bad, he would take it to a belt grinder as well. And just quickly, just to flip it over, hit the other side, and then he would go back and touch it with the steel again. But you don't need to grind too much. You just bringing that little edge back. That's what we used in the the butcher shop in the slaughterhouse, and that was because we would cut 6 or 3 whole beef in a day, sometimes 4, and cutting that much, you would go 7, 8, 10 times just touching up on your steel, and then it would finally get to the point where the steel wouldn't quite do it, and you'd run out real quick and just hit it with the grinder 2 seconds, and then get right back to it, and it would last the rest of the day,
Yeah.
But you're cutting. That's like 3-4 weeks worth of kitchen cutting in a couple hours. So big difference.
Michael says, never loan out your knife, gun, girlfriend, best dog, boat, truck, fishing hole, tree stand, or condoms. Yeah.
No, but it is bad luck to give a knife away. Regardless of the price, there's been many times where people would come and want a knife from my dad. He'd be like, "Give me a quarter." And they're like, "What?" And he's like, "Give me a quarter."
Oh, he had to sell it. Couldn't give it away.
You can't. It's bad luck to give a knife away.
Never heard of that.
Yeah. He was pretty strict on it too. Like I said, he wouldn't sell a knife. He would say, "Give me a quarter." So you gave me something. He technically sold.
Oh shit! Because I had friends, and I have given that. Did I give you a knife?
No.
He was
But I gave it back.
He was as strict
friends.
on that. Yeah, he was as strict on that rule as I am about the bananas.
Oh, bananas on a boat.
No bananas on a boat.
No, it's funny because 2 people, one being my ex-wife, I gave knives to as presents, and I don't speak to either one of those people.
Might be something to it.
Judy Wheeler, so good to see you.
Hey, Judy.
I hope you're feeling a little better. We're praying for you, hon.
Michael Haywood said Julius Caesar said it was bad luck to take your friend's knives.
Oh, that would be probably what Chris was saying. Probably where it started.
Yeah, you had sent me your knife right before the 168.
That's right.
I'll give it back to you.
Mike Kirkpatrick says, Curse of the Knives coming out in January. Northwoods says, I still have the case pocket knife I got for a Christmas present when I was a kid.
Oh, wow.
Right on.
I got my grandpa's case knife, which was my dad's until he passed, and I got it sitting in a box back there. Big old case.
Happy 4th, Judy. Second. Close enough. Yeah, I have a couple knives. I like knives. Joe Parker says, by the way, you still got my knife, Michael. Shouldn't have lent it out. I always used to carry a knife on me, and I don't know, I kind of got away from it.
Get it for what the
Where is she?
in there? No, she's right here.
Hang on.
What's that?
I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
Heard a noise outside the door.
What's that?
We just heard a noise outside the door.
Your friendly neighborhood crackhead's back.
Little cat. I went to leave the house the other morning for work, and there was one sitting on the truck staring at me as soon as I opened the door. Not a crackhead, a cat.
Nice. These palmetto bugs carrying a pizza box away.
You know? Fucking things are huge.
Oh, these were. I was like, what the fuck is that?
I'm telling you. I went in the laundry room the other night, and two of them were in there and turned around and looked at me like, what, bitch? I stomped, and they didn't fucking
They went
budge.
underneath your truck. I thought I swear that they moved.
I can't come running in the house looking for a can of bug spray. I get back in there and they're gone. I'm freaked out. I couldn't be in there.
It's like we had a gecko in here the other day.
Man, that damn thing was an iguana. Fucking thing was huge.
It was just crawling around inside on the walls. I'm like, fuck it, leave it. He found his way out.
He did. I left. It was the same night. The other night when I went to go to the laundry room, I opened the door and went out, saw the palmetto bugs, came back, opened the door, and the gecko comes running out. I said, I'm done. I'm fucking Jurassic Park.
Michael Patrick says, I need startup money for my new movie, Curse of the Knives. Chessboard says, Mogs, where was the guy that got shot at over a parking space in Florida?
No, yeah, I heard about that.
Sorry.
I forget where it said it was though. People are so fucking stupid, dude.
You want to start that now?
Yeah.
We should have started.
I kind of do. I kind of do.
That'll take a whole show. Mr. Lee says a gecko. Cool. Yeah, dude. They're like the pit bulls of the lizard world.
This one's tail was missing, like it got bit off or
Yeah, you only
something.
had a little tiny
Little
nubby
nub.
tail.
That's how I knew it was the same one that was in the house. Tail was gone. I think
Well, they detach. If you try to grab the tail, that it detaches it and then grows a new one.
there's a back.
Yep.
Northwood says I carried a knife every day in school. If a kid tried that today, they would get expelled. True story. Yeah, I always had a knife. I always carried a knife. Always. So the knife I carry now, if I would, is a sheath, and it's a straight blade. It's not a flocking blade. Where the fuck I put it? It's around here somewhere.
Yeah, our lizards down here, Lee, they just run around doing push-ups all day. Did you ever see them doing that?
Yep. Little push-ups, and
It's the best.
their throat pops out.
Yeah. Up, down, down.
You do like set of 4 or 5, move on, do another set. You know, really conscious about that. but our fucking lizards down here go from that big to 4 foot long. Then you get into the alligators. So
Yeah, there's a.
you know, the reptilians or the what's the word? Crocodilians.
Yeah, South Florida has got iguanas. Like,
Oh, dude.
from Orlando south, Lee. Lee was asking.
Yeah, they have. If we get a cold spell, Mr. Lee, they start falling out of trees.
Yeah.
Because they can't take the cold, and they just stiffen up, and
It freeze up and
And
they go into like a
Timber.
hibernation state.
timber.
there's some monsters down there. I've seen some 4-footers.
We've got Nile monitors that have been let go, that are probably breeding. What's the other one?
Snakes.
No, there's another lizard that it was a pet, and then tegus. They can be mean down here.
There's curl tails down south too, down in the Keys and that. Those guys are cool as shit. They're small, but their fucking tail like does a loop-de-loop like a pigtail.
Northwoods says my ex doesn't look like a lizard. She does get mistaken for a manatee though. When was the bird thing? Was that yesterday?
Yeah.
At the bird whisperer over here. Well, part of where she works, where Stevie works, they have racquetball rooms, and I guess it's open up top so birds can fly in. And people kept saying, "Oh, there's a racket going on," and no pun intended, in one of the racquetball rooms. And he went in and she found a bird, she took it out, and then there was another one, but she took care of them and reunited them with their.
Well, one of them, there was 3. One flew in, and because it's open, it's the one room that we use for storage, so it doesn't get cleaned out often. it's probably been a year or so since the last time it was cleaned out. There's cobwebs up in the top corners that you can't reach. Imagine a racquetball room. It's very, the ceiling of it is high up. So bird flew in and must have gotten into the cobwebs, and it was so thick, it gooped up on its feet in the tail feathers and couldn't fly. So all day, one of my coaches from 7:30 when he went in there the first time till about almost 1 o'clock, he kept coming back in the office and saying, I swear I keep hearing a bird in there. He's like, there's got to be a bird in there. So finally, like around 1 o'clock, I got tired of him coming in talking about it. I got up, I walked out, and I just followed the sound all the way to the back of the room and found the bird, caught him, put him in a box to carry him out of the room, and took him in the office and just kind of, I put a little cup of water in there and just let it set for a minute so it would calm down and relax. It was so weak from trying all day, I guess. You could hear the peep just kept getting weaker and weaker. So I let it be for about 10-15 minutes and went back and took him back outside because there was another bird. As I was carrying the box out, another bird comes flying in right past me. So I'm thinking that's mom. This bird was somewhat smaller. So one of the young ladies that coaches summer camp, she kept telling me that she thought she saw one fly in and fall down into one of the big trash barrels that we use for storage. And I said, well, I found the one, so we figured that was it. I take it back out from the office and I set it on the bench right outside the same room that I took it out of. And I just reached in and grabbed all the goop off of it, cleared it off, and it flew up, and there's a tree right outside the door. So it flew right into the tree. I was like, yay, I go back in the office and everybody's calling me the bird whisperer, and the moment was over. I was done, sat back at my desk, got to work, and about a half hour later, the young lady comes barreling in the office. She was like, I found it, I found another one. And she was freaked out. She didn't want to grab it. So I went back out. She took me right to it, and she was right. It did fall into the barrel. There was a box and some poles that were in there, and it was pushed in between the trash can and the box. So I had to be real careful and just took everything out gently. Took everything out, went to reach in to grab hold of it, and it flew up, but kind of barely. It flew up and it flew down towards the back wall. And we chased that thing all the way down the wall. Finally got it cornered in the very back corner, and it flew into her hands, and she was all freaked out.
I don't want to crush it.
She was just, I think she was afraid it was going to bite her or, peck at her hands or something. And I was like, here, let me have it. So she handed it over and took it back out to that. So the tree that was right outside the door, the two birds, you can hear them in the tree next to the office. So they had flown over to the next tree over. This one had low hanging branches. I followed the sound to the two birds, and I brought it over there, and I opened my hand, and it was laying flat on its belly on my hand. It didn't seem like it wanted to move. It let out a little peep. The other two did another peep back, and it kind of turned its head towards the direction, and then just took off and went up there with the other two.
Right on.
And then they stayed up there because it started raining soon after that. Everybody's freaking out. Oh my God, it's raining. I'm like, the birds. What? I mean, you'd be surprised.
It's funny how stupid people get.
Yes. I was looking around first it was applause. I'm looking around, there's like 10 people watching. Then all of a sudden it starts pouring down rain, and no lightning, no thunder, nothing. It just rained. And they're like, oh no, it's raining. I'm like, yeah, it's raining. They're up there all happy. Peep, 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 peep,
Mike Kirkpatrick says, I've been holding down Texas, so I'll represent your place of pride, and good things will happen collectively. We are still the United States. God bless y'all, and God bless America.
Indeed. Well said.
Absolutely, Mike. Mr. Lee says there are plenty of bats in my garden because of all the fruit trees. Sometimes they fly through the window when I'm watching TV. It freaks me out. Or freaks girlfriend out.
Oh, come on, Lee. You
You know
you
you're
freak
screaming
out
loud.
too. I know.
You're screaming louder. She's like, would you stop it? It's just a bat, for God's sakes.
No, over the years, I've had birds fly in the office, and once I had one just climb right up on my finger, and I took it outside to let it out, and he didn't want to fly away. I'm like, throwing my hand up, like, go, go.
No, it's these. I caught a hummingbird once. I saved it because it got its beak stuck in a screen, just a regular screen,
Aw.
in an enclosed porch. And that's amazing how small and fragile they are. Like, just incredible. Mr. Fritz, what's going on, Jay? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Jay.
He said that, he's got a lizard in the house now, but he's too old to go bending down and get it.
There's always a lizard in your house down here, somewhere. They don't bother you.
No.
Might leave a turd around once in a while, but
Jay's speaking in the third person. Jay's all good. Oh, really? If the bat's nest is in a house, it's illegal to remove them. They're endangered.
Oh, wow.
I lived in a house that had a bat problem in Wisconsin. We weren't there that long, but yeah, they were living in the roof in the attic. It didn't cause us any problems, but we weren't there that long. Yeah, it depends on the bat. I don't know how many endangered bats there are here.
And shoot, you can sit out back and
Oh, I saw one
Yeah.
earlier.
see them quite often. We used to see them down at the church fishing. Well, I did. I'd see them at night.
When I was a kid, we'd throw up rocks in the air so they'd go after them.
Yeah.
Jeez, we're at like 2 hours, aren't we?
Yeah, a minute away.
Wow. Already.
Waiting for Mr. Lee to say medication time.
Chicken shit is good too. It's a hot fertilizer though. You gotta really cut it down. That shit. Guano. Jay says a blue jay got into my house once. I think that bird shit on every piece of furniture we had until he caught it.
Oh, jeez.
It's because she scared the shit out of it. Literally. There it is. Medication time. Mike says, cool night, everyone. You too, Mike. Well, we are going to bounce. You want to hang backstage? What are you going to do, Chris? Split?
Yeah, whatever, man.
All right, I'll put you backstage. Just hang out.
Right. Word. Later, everybody.
See you.
I hang out with Chris all day, so I'm not like, I'm like, hey, thanks for coming on, and da. Yeah, I'll see you later. Yeah. Mr. Lee, thank you. Mr. Lee says, enjoy your 4th of July, peeps.
Yeah, everybody be safe.
Absolutely. But have a good time. You can
Yes.
get out and check out some fireworks. Do it. But Be safe. If you enjoyed tonight's ramblings, hit that like button below. Hit the subscribe if you're new. Share it out and leave comments. We love comments.
We do.
I think they realize how much we like comments.
I know, right?
But anyway, you guys have an amazing weekend. We'll be back on Tuesday, same time. You know where to find us. So you guys take care of yourself. Take care of one another. We love you.
We do.
True story. Peace and God bless.